Good morning. Welcome to more readings of accounts of a walk that took place in 2015 down the Murray River along its banks from source to mouth. This is an account of the 20th day, Danes Road to Woomera Avenue, Red Cliffs. 2 oranges and 2 mandarins plucked off the tree, juice running down my chin and arms. Hotter today, but walking has become my job. I do it without question. The space behind me, with all that I carry, jammed within it, expands and seeps into the now, so that it's simply become my life. No ifs or buts. I walk past the sprinklers and giant water drops hit my head, run down my neck and cool me for an instant. What a life, what a job I have. Dreamy country lanes just outside Mildura, gardens planted with love around weatherboard houses, budding beginnings of hedges and fruit orchards and birch groves. Someone's life dream, perhaps 2 of them, planning and dreaming, and when they wake in the morning they come out into the coolness, eyes still half drowsy with sleep, but the fragrance of citrus flowers opens minds and hearts and eyes. Is this the ideal latitude? Do other locations on the same latitude around the globe thrive on light and sun and southern storms like this one? A change of socks. Thorny burrs have locked themselves into the weave of the wool, and the knot is cutting into my skin. I sit on the moist grass under the shade of a palm and let my feet feel the green coolness. A drink of water, then time to move on. I walk more slowly than I would like today, but I don't care. Does it matter? I like to think that this is a question I would not have been able to ask some weeks ago. Perhaps I'm romanticizing the effect the walk is having on me. It may not be the walk itself, simply the ritual of doing the same thing, anything, every day, over and over again. That's what's liberating. That's what allows me to unbuckle my mind from my body a little, and it encourages me to see things as they are, not as they might be according to the agenda I happen to be running today. Woomera Avenue comes up quickly, strangely urban in the glow of afternoon. Here is the water tank, today's destination. It looks like a big white spacecraft sitting on the launching pad, ready to begin zooming silently into the blueness. I wish I was somewhere inside it, gripping the cool metal edge of its controls console, looking out through a small circular window into a black, or perhaps even into a dark blue cosmos. '21st day, 651 Woomera Avenue to Adfa building in Deakin Avenue, Mildura. Through the hot, flat floodplains of King's Billabong. Today is the 38th birthday of my youngest daughter, Angelina. I reach the shade of a tree and call her on my mobile. I sing her happy birthday from the middle of the Billabong. She reminds me to drink a lot of water. My grandchildren are playing noisily in the background. My 2-year-old grandson, Rafi, comes on the phone and excitedly says something I can't make out. Angie laughs in the background and then he says, this time crystal clear, "I love you, Nono." He repeats it, and I wish I had him in my arms right this moment. The sun is high and strong and the air is dry. Later I reach suburban Mildura and I count all the trees that have been lopped off at the base. Leafless stumps emerging from lifeless trunks. I walk past the yards and concrete drives, imagining the lives of the people who live behind the fibro sheets, the weatherboards and bricks. My walking pace allows me to spend 10 seconds or so with each of those imagined lives. Then I reach the adfa building. A small crowd is assembled by its front doors to watch the Aboriginal dances and to celebrate my arrival. The moment comes and goes, ever so briefly. People close in on me, someone hands me a glass of wine, but which of the events that makes this day what it really is matter? I look into the bottom of my glass. What do I see? Today, my youngest daughter has turned 38. There is nothing there but that terrifyingly wondrous realization, heart and essence of my real life. The 22nd day, Mildura. Strange to not be walking today. The evidence of my life over the last 3 weeks is strewn around my house. Occasionally I brush past my other selves. How easily the current one is peeled off so the next one can take its place. Now the walker is to be discarded. This self now treads lightly on the pavement, pretending to step on dust rather than on Mildura's pathways, cemented over the earth like a fiction. The city sits uneasily upon red sandy edges of scrub, which itself fades into the vastness of endless deserts. Then there's the river, flowing still and silent through the shifts and changes, gladly leaving behind this minor interruption called Mildura as it heads towards the sea. It's comforting to know that soon I'll follow it once more until the sea greets us both. But for now, I live inside four walls again, and though they're those of my own home, they feel uselessly defining. The essence of all this always seems to lie somewhere else, evading the tracing of its rhizomes, fleeing from scrutiny. Not that understanding any of this is even a faint possibility. Sione, the water mechanic, comes around, heart as big as Vanuatu, checking why the automatic watering has broken down. It's easier to locate the fault in that system than it is in any of mine, he laughingly informs me. Last night I lay awake waiting for the comforting sound of sprinklers, but there was only dry silence. I fell asleep and dreamt of building earthen walls around cucumber and tomato plants like I did when I was a kid. Each morning I would check the plants for fruit, and after school I would tread carefully around the garden in case I might tread on a tomato hiding under its green bush. What is it about watering and me? Why am I obsessed with nurturing each plant until it rises green and joyful? Sione has fixed the problem and is about to leave. I want to share last night's dream with him, but in the end, I keep it to myself. Sorry, your mum's gone, he says, looking in my eyes. Then he takes my hand in his big brown one and shakes it 3 times. Sione's gone now. He's gone back to Melbourne with his family. Until tomorrow.